Good morning, kiddos. This is Mr. B, and this is the how-to performance for week 3, trimester 3. Again, just as a reminder, I'm pushing things out on Tuesdays uniformly. Monday lecture, you'll get to see it, but it doesn't formally arrive at Canvas on Tuesday, so that everybody gets the same access to it. Again, Mondays are when work is due from the prior week, so that we don't have this weekend carryover floppiness. That's the purpose of it. So this is my performance notes today. This is not your art. So let's make that very clear. This is not art. Not art. So don't draw this. Let me make sure that I get my focus properly attended to here, because that's where we want it. Focus. Focus is now locked. There we go. Good. Now, get down to business. All right. So in today's performance, we're focused on a variety of things, but in sections. We can't do it all at once. So I'm going to come back to these notes so that we see what I'm talking about each time along the way. But the first thing today is to get our timing right. But let's first hear what this thing's going to sound like. So this, you should have by now heard the example already present in Canvas of the original work from Miles Davis. We're doing a very, very, very small segment of it. Here's what it sounds like. It's called So What? Okay, now I could hear that forever, but if you have any family, friends that are into music and they hear this from you, they got to be impressed on some level, because it's simple, but it's really, really good, and should hopefully help you see how complicated some of this stuff is and how amazing jazz is. Jazz is like the Super Bowl of like music. It's art. You just don't see how amazing these players really are, because they make it look so simple. But it's in the writing of the music. That's where it all starts. So that's our reference. And so we're going to come back to that reference, but we're going to use our clean slate. So we're going to come back to that reference here. But for right now, we're going to start something new. So again, we do this quickly because we've done it enough times now. But we generally compose from the classical grand piano. That's where we start things. And this week, again, we want to be very attentive to where we are relative to middle C. And let's get our timing stuff squared away first. So 8 bars, tempo 147, common time is 44. And I think something I forgot to do, did I do it? No, I didn't. In the art, I didn't draw the formal C, but that's also what common time means. But here is our tempo. So our tempo today is 147. Sliding up. 147. Bam. And we're already in 4/4, and we've already got 8 measures squared away. And while we are going to perform the piano today, okay, and we're going to have a couple tracks of piano, what we're going to perform first, however, is our drummy drum drum. And that is going to be on the beat. So along with our metronome. So right away our metronome is going to be substituted, so we want to get that recorded right away. So here's how we get our first track going. There we go. And now we can verify we have that track. And I just like to move it up because it's sort of stacking things in the order in which they're going to happen. Now, for right now, I want us to keep the metronome on because it's going to keep us honest. But we can see what it's going to sound like. Now, one thing I have not shown you, and I want to make sure you attend to it today, is when you go into these tracks, and this is not mission critical, but oftentimes they are set up to quantize. And I like to turn quantization off because it gives us a much more natural feel. It ends up being more indicative of your performance, whereas quantization chunks down what you did and makes it look more perfect. And I actually like the imperfections. I think they're important. So there is your what is called your ride symbol. That's that symbol. And now we're going to focus on track 2. So track 2 is going to be our bass part as written. Now that bass part, the way it's written here is ba 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 dum. So E E E D A. That's the part that we're really focused on right now. That is our track 2. And that E that we're playing is down here below middle C. It's down over here. It's the E E E D A. So when we come over here to our piano, here's our middle C. We're down over here for this E. So we need to scroll. E E E D A. So we got to make sure that A is clear over here. So now we can go ahead and lock it. So it's E E E D A ba ba. So we're not playing the other parts of it. We're just leaving that out. We're just doing that ba 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 da ba 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 ba. But you're playing it like, watch this. You're doing ba 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 da. You're just playing that over and over again 4 total times. And I'll show you an editing gag here in a minute. And that's a mistake right away. But we're going to start over because we can do it. E. And that's it. That is as hard as it's going to get today. Now, the next thing you're going to do right away with this track is you are going to duplicate it. And while the header is there, queued up, ready to go, you are then going to duplicate this entire track. You're going to copy it. And then while the carriage is still there on the far left side, you come back down here to this one, and you're going to paste it. And I'll show you why we're doing it in this order, and you'll see here in just a second. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to split both of these tracks. So you come in and make sure it's highlighted green, and then we go into the edit function, and we're going to what's called split. Now, splitting is going to occur wherever your carriage is. And we're going to do it on 2 measure segments. So that's where the scissors are showing up right now. We really want the scissors over here. So split here. We're going to split here, and we're going to split here. We're splitting, it's Easter time, we're splitting hairs. Then we're coming over here, and we're going to split, and we're going to split. If any of you actually got that Easter joke, I'm surprised. But I bet there's at least one of you who got it. Alright. Split. Split. Alright, so now we're split. Everybody's all split up. Everybody's all broke up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to then delete this one. And we're going to delete this one. We're going to bring our carriage back so it's out of the way. And then we're going to delete this one. And you're going to delete this one. And then we're going to take these and we're going to get rid of the last note. Almost so you can just barely see the 4th note. And now you'll have this. a little editing trick that made our lives easier. Now to the chunk of really the musical knowledge that you're going to get out of this week. We're going to duplicate that track, and we're going to duplicate it again, because we're going to have 2 more piano tracks that we need to add. Now, we've taken care of the bass side, the first part of things. We've taken care of this, so we're done with all that. Now we've got to build these 2 things over here. And we're going to start with the treble part, and then we're going to do the bass part, which puts us over here. Now, in the treble part, the C stays constant. But what changes is the pattern related to it. So the C stays constant, but then it's the GB versus the FA. So the C stays constant, GB versus the FA. So it's this pairing, the GB and the FA, you're alternating your fingers on, the GB and the FA, but the C is staying constant. So that's this part. And this is how that is played. Okay? And so we're now here on this piano. But now we got to make sure that we're centered right, because we copied things. And here is our middle C. All right, so we need to make sure that we're set up right. And again, we're looking for the F, G, A, B over here. F, G, A, B. So we got to make sure we're here. So we're doing this. It's staying constant each time. And we're moving here. So it's ba 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 da, ba 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 ba, ba 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 da dum, ba 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 dum. Okay, so the C stays constant. Your fingers are on the GB and the FA going back and forth. Just watch that thing when it pops up. So here we go. There we go. Now, I'm just kind of like picky like this, you know, maybe it's OCD, I don't care. But I just like it to look proper when it's done. So I just do that for my own psychology, I guess. And then here is finally our bass part. And our bass part this time is coming in here. And it is, as we see from here, it is the E, A, and the D, G. So it's the E, A, and the D, G. And those are here, the E, A, and the D, G. So in this case, it's the E, A, and the D, G. And again, they're down here, the left side of the middle C. So it's the E, A, and the D, G. So E, A, and the D, G, but they're over here. So here is our middle C, but here's the E, A, and the D, G. So we can play them. They're good. So E, A. So E, A. That's it. That's all we're playing this time around. In unison with where we played the treble stuff. So ba 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 dum, ba 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 dum. Like that. There we go. And with a little tweak here, only because that bugs me, you are good to go, and you would do your screen record and turn it in, and this is what it sounds like as a finished product. So what? Thank you all very, very much, and I look forward to seeing your work.